Hey everyone, Ryan here. I've got a fairly important update to bring everyone. Pretty much says it in the title. I'm moving again. Damn it. I feel like I just got here. I've moved every year, at least once, sometimes twice, for the past like 5 years. It's getting old. Of course, I planned on all those times. This time was not so expected, but I'll get to all that momentarily. Basically, I want to make this to give you guys a rundown of how this is going to affect the channel in the coming weeks, and give you hopefully concise description while staying vague enough to protect all parties involved, including my own privacy and all that. So I guess basically to give you a little bit of background, moved here about a little over a year ago. If you guys were really early subscribers to the channel, you might have seen it, but I'd imagine a majority of you didn't know about this. So I've only been in this location for about a year. And as most recent college graduates would, I moved here for work, as, you know, again, that's kind of a common thing. And this wasn't going to be like a super permanent deal. Anyway, I was working with a company that it's kind of expected that you move around at least a few times, but I did have an avenue to be somewhat close to home. This spot wasn't it though. So I thought, yeah, let's just go ahead and get that out of the way. And, you know, I'm not opposed to doing that right now anyway. And for the sake of everyone involved, I will just say that the terms of my employment have changed. And as of recording this video, I'm unemployed, which is kind of weird. It's something, again, if you told me this was going to happen a year ago, I'd have kind of laughed in your face, been like, no way. No way, but here I am. So there should be a couple interesting outcomes of this situation. One of which that will benefit me is that I actually have a couple more weeks on my lease here, since it runs to the end of the month, and that's going to result in a few different things. One of which is that I don't have to kill myself to get stuff, you know, together, which is really nice. Most of the time I'm like scrambling over 2 days. And now again that I have kind of my own personal shit that I kind of need it. So I don't have to kill myself to do it, and I kind of phase in and out stuff as I need it. And, you know, this will stay up pretty much until the last day, but everything else I can kind of move and sort around and pack up as I get time to do it. So that's a good thing. What will benefit you guys the most, I think, is because I don't have a day job right now, this is basically my day job as far as I'm concerned. So every day until this comes down, my plan is to either record music of my own or make YouTube videos. And my hope is, because I still will stagger them every 3 days, and I'm going to try to stick to that since I've been a little sloppy the past couple of months with, you know, every 3 to 4 days. My hope is to build up a fairly healthy backlog to where you guys will still see videos filmed from this location through October is kind of my hope. We'll see how it all pans out, but generally I can probably churn out a video a day, if not more, depending on the complexity and what I'm feeling. You know, some days if I do like another cover, that's going to take like a solid 2-3 days. If I do just tutorials, that kind of stuff, I can do that in one. If I do like a more monologue type thing like I'm doing now, I can probably whip out a couple of these. So hopefully it'll average out to be about 1 video a day. And once I get through all that, once that's all done, then I'll probably upload some sort of montage, you know, showing you what the end result is. And hopefully that will also buy me time during my temporary residency wherever I am. I do have, you know, a decent game plan. I don't know what it's going to look like for the channel yet. So again, I'll make that announcement or bring you guys that update when I have something to say. But for right now, just plain on, you're going to see, you know, probably 1 to 2 dozen more videos. Probably not that high, but in that range from this location. And then, you know, I'll have been gone for a while they're coming out. As I mentioned briefly, the other side of that is that while I have everything set up here, and as well as over the coming weeks once I, you know, get situated, is I'd like to finish at least 1 LP before the end of the year and have it released. And it's probably only going to be like, you know, 6-7 songs of one particular project that you guys haven't really heard much from. But it's the one that I'm most passionate about getting out there. I feel like it's the most ready for it. And music is pretty much done for about 5 of the ones that I'd like to get done now, and recorded. And it's not like perfect studio quality for this project. It actually doesn't need to be though. There's like almost kind of attractiveness to this lower fidelity, but it still sounds great, and you know, to my ears, for a home brew deal. So yeah, hopefully I'll have some time to get that polished up. I've still got a lot of lyrics to write. You know, I'm in the process of writing, but with this kind of project, I'm trying not to push it, trying to work on it as I'm passionate about it, and I think this is going to be a good opportunity to you know, wrap those kind of things up. So hopefully you'll get to look forward to that soon, and that's another kind of bright side of all of this. To tell you the truth though, number one, I'm going to be in fine shape. Don't worry about me at all as far as like, oh, is he going to be able to make rent and all that? No, don't worry. I'll be good. I've planned for a far worse situation than this. Yeah, I'll be good. So I will be happy to move from this place for a couple of reasons. Being closer back, you know, to family and friends is always a good thing. But really, I feel not really any, you know, fear from this. I'd kind of built myself up to this for a while. There were some situations I've seen develop that have kind of prepared me for this, and made me think, well, if this happens, I'm not staying. And it's kind of how it's been. So it's been a logical process that has been a long time coming. So it's not like a spur of the moment type thing anyway. But more than anything, I just kind of feel excited for the future, for in a different way than I ever have, because my whole life it's kind of been that, you know, there's a path ahead of me, either it be the path of least resistance, or I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I knew after high school I was going to get a 4-year degree of some kind. I knew after college I needed to work to have a job lined up, and I did. I put myself in a good situation there. And then after the job, it's like, okay, we'll do this for a while. And now it's like, shit, now what? But it's cool. It's like the first time where I've always had options, but this is the first time where that choice is sitting in my lap now, and I kind of have to deal with it. And it's kind of exciting, kind of fun, to tell you the truth. Who knows what the future holds? All I know is I want to try to make this YouTube thing as consistent and uninterrupted as possible, because I still love doing this. I feel I'm getting a bit better every video, and I don't want that to stop. So yeah, that's it's pretty much that. Again, you will see the new locations possible later on when we get there, but for now it should be pretty business as usual until I say otherwise. So be churning them out. You'll probably see me in the same clothes and some videos back to back if I record them on the same day, so just ignore that. Might break the fourth wall and some of that stuff, but yeah, it'll be an interesting next few weeks. Yeah, thanks for watching, and again, I would urge you, if you do see more updates like this kind of stuff, even if you don't normally watch it, give it a watch just to see how it's going to affect videos and all that kind of stuff later on. We'll see you down the road. Thanks.